Scott Disick aims to separate Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian, and it could happen. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. The world of the Kardashians is never short on drama, and right now, all eyes are on Scott Disick as fans wonder if he's secretly trying to come between Kourtney Kardashian and her husband, Travis Barker. For years, Scott and Kourtney's rocky relationship played out on reality TV, giving viewers a front-row seat to their love story's highs and lows. But now, with Kourtney happily married and Scott still single, rumors are swirling that he might be stirring up trouble to win her back. Let's dive into the messy, emotional saga of Scott's regrets, Kourtney's new life, and whether there's any truth to the idea that Scott is plotting to break up one of Hollywood's most talked-about couples. Scott Disick and Kourtney Kardashian were once the couple everyone rooted for. Their chemistry was undeniable, and for a long time, it seemed like they'd weather every storm together. They met in 2006, years before Keeping Up with the Kardashians turned their lives into must-see TV. Back then, Scott was the charming, fun-loving guy who swept Kourtney off her feet. They shared laughs, built a family with their 3 kids, Mason, Penelope, and Rain, and became fan favorites as viewers watched their love story unfold. But behind the glamour, cracks began to show. Scott's struggles with addiction and infidelity turned their fairy tale into a nightmare. For years, Kourtney held on, hoping Scott would change. She gave him chance after chance, forgiving him even when he publicly humiliated her. There was the time in 2014 when photos surfaced of Scott partying with other women in Miami. Then, in 2015, he checked into rehab, leaving Kourtney to juggle parenting and the family's reality TV empire alone. Through it all, she stayed, believing the man she loved was still in there somewhere. But love can only bend so far before it breaks. The final straw came slowly, like a leaky faucet dripping until the sink overflowed. Scott's excuses grew weaker, his promises emptier. In one heartbreaking episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kourtney confronted him after hearing a woman's voice in the background of a phone call. Her face said it all. She knew he was lying, but admitting it meant facing a truth she wasn't ready to accept. Maybe it was just a friend, she said softly, trying to convince herself. But deep down, the doubt gnawed at her. Scenes like these became routine. Scott would mess up, Kourtney would cry, and fans would scream at their screens, begging her to walk away. Why did she stay so long? Love, sure, but also fear. Kourtney once admitted that the idea of co-parenting without Scott terrified her. She didn't want her kids to grow up in a broken home, and part of her still clung to the hope that the old Scott, the one who made her laugh until her sides hurt, would come back. But as the years passed, that hope faded. By the time she started dating Travis Barker in 2021, Kourtney was a different woman. Stronger, happier, done settling for less than she deserved. Enter Travis Barker, the tattooed rock star who's the polar opposite of Scott. Where Scott was unpredictable, Travis is steady. Where Scott partied, Travis prioritized family. Their whirlwind romance shocked fans. Gone were the days of Kourtney crying over a cheating boyfriend. Instead, we saw her glowing, holding hands with a man who posted gushing tributes to her on Instagram, called her his soulmate, and married her in not 1, not 2, but 3 over-the-top weddings. For the first time, Kourtney looked truly at peace. But while Kourtney moved on, Scott seemed stuck. On the Kardashians, he's often shown staring into the distance, his face a mix of regret and longing. In one scene, he admits to Khloe Kardashian that seeing Kourtney with Travis kills him. "I messed up the best thing I ever had," he says, voice cracking. It's hard not to feel for him, until you remember he had over a decade to fix things. Lately, fans think Scott's behavior hints at a secret agenda. Take his sudden focus on parenting. Scott's always been a devoted dad, but now he's taking it to new heights, posting endless photos with the kids, showing up to every school event, and even coaching Rain's soccer team. On the surface, it's heartwarming. But some wonder, is this genuine growth, or a ploy to make Kourtney regret leaving? After all, the more he plays super dad, the more he's around her, and the more Travis has to share his new wife's attention. Then there's the awkward dynamic between Scott and Travis. They're civil, but tension simmers beneath the surface. At a recent family dinner, Scott, jokingly, brought up inside jokes from his past with Kourtney, leaving Travis silent. Another time, he showed up uninvited to Kourtney's house when Travis was away on tour. Just wanted to check on the kids, he shrugged. But sources say Kourtney was annoyed. She's happy with Travis, an insider shared. Scott's antics aren't cute anymore, they're exhausting. Of course, Scott denies trying to sabotage the marriage. I want Kourt to be happy, he insists. But actions speak louder than words. When Kourtney and Travis announced their pregnancy last year, Scott's reaction was icy. "Congrats," he muttered in a later episode, avoiding eye contact. Compare that to his excitement over ex-Khloé's baby news, and it's hard not to read between the lines. What's really going on in Scott's head? Maybe he's just lonely. Since splitting from Kourtney, his dating life's been a revolving door of models half his age, relationships that never last. Or maybe he's finally realized what he lost. Watching Travis do all the things he never could, plan romantic surprises, stay faithful, put Kourtney first, must sting. As one fan tweeted, "Scott's like a kid who broke his favorite toy and now wants it back because someone else is playing with it." But here's the truth, Kourtney's done. In a rare moment of vulnerability on the show, she admitted she'll always love Scott, but it's not enough. "Love isn't a bandage for disrespect," she said. "I needed someone who matched my energy." Travis, with his morning meditation sessions and surprise flower deliveries, does exactly that. Meanwhile, Scott's stuck replaying old memories, wondering where it all went wrong. The irony, Scott's the one who pushed her away. Every lie, every broken promise, every missed birthday, it chipped away at Kourtney's love until nothing was left. Now, he's left haunting their old spots, like a ghost who can't move on. In one scene, he drives past the house they once shared, tears in his eyes. "That should have been me," he whispers. But it's too late. Kourtney's story is ultimately one of hope. It proves that even after years of pain, it's never too late to choose yourself. She's living her best life, running a wellness brand, raising happy kids, traveling the world with a husband who adores her. Meanwhile, Scott's still chasing the past, a cautionary tale about what happens when you take love for granted. So, is Scott trying to break up Kourtney and Travis? Maybe not outright, but his actions, showing up unannounced, making passive-aggressive comments, reek of someone who's not ready to let go. Whether he's doing it consciously or not, he's stirring the pot. And in the Kardashian universe, drama always follows. In the end, though, Kourtney holds all the cards. She's built a life where Scott's chaos can't reach her. And if there's one thing we've learned from her journey, it's this: a woman who's been through hell and back won't let anyone dim her light twice. Scott had his chance. Now, it's Travis's turn, and so far, he's not wasting it. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.